Hello, my name's Rich. I'm the creator of Medieval History Buff. If you like the videos that I'm producing, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment on my videos. If you don't like them, please feel free to comment as well, because I do appreciate any constructive criticism. As long as it is constructive, please don't just criticize for the sake of criticizing. I'm trying to improve. I know my videos are pretty basic at the moment, and I know my speech on the videos needs to improve. I do believe that I'm getting there, however, so any support for my videos is appreciated, even if it's not universally positive. But any likes, any views of my videos are genuinely appreciated. If you could subscribe as well, if you do like them, that'd be absolutely awesome. It is my hope over the next 2 or 3 years that I can grow this channel and make my videos a bit more high-tech, if you will. So thanks for watching the video, if you have done, and please comment and subscribe. The image that you see is the deposition of the Byzantine Emperor Phocas in 610. However, if you feel sorry for him, don't. Depositions, often followed by executions, as was the case here, were not new in Roman history. In 602, Phocas himself had come to power in that same way. He had rebelled against the then Emperor Maurice and successfully deposed him. Phocas had shown himself to be full of malice and cruelty, and these were all a testament of the man he was. And this is why sympathy for his own deposition and execution in 610 should be in short supply. Phocas, with Maurice and his sons now at his mercy, had a choice to make. He could potentially mutilate them and send them off into exile, but this isn't what he did. He decided to have Maurice executed, as well as 6 of his sons, 5 of whom were alongside him at the time of his execution. It is here that Phocas particularly shows what a nasty man he actually was. He made Maurice stand and watch as his 5 sons were murdered in front of him before he was beheaded himself. It is often stated that you shouldn't judge actions in these times with the modern eyes, but Phocas didn't order these through some ignorance. No, he did it to make Maurice suffer, and it's not hard to feel particularly repulsed by Phocas, even before we look at his time as emperor. One of Phocas's main concerns when he became emperor was dealing with the remnants of Maurice's family. He had Peter, Maurice's brother, killed before shutting Constantina, Maurice's widow, and their 3 daughters up in a convent. However, Constantina was not going to accept exile after what Phocas had already done to her family, and she plotted to have Phocas overthrown. After having Constantina tortured to find out the full details of the plot, Phocas now decided he had to rid himself of the remainder of Maurice's family, and had Constantina and the 3 girls executed as well. Once again, Phocas demonstrated a distinct lack of humanity, and had them executed at the same location where the male members of the family had been killed in 602. From very early on in his reign, Phocas had problems. One of his generals rebelled against his rule and seized Edessa. This general, Narses, was now regarded as one of the finest generals in the Roman army. This seemed to matter very little to Phocas, however, as in 605 he had him burned alive. That is said to have caused some serious upset among the Roman ranks, but pleased no end the Persians, whom Narses had been particularly unforgiving against, and had caused great fear among the Persians. Phocas here has not only demonstrated vicious behaviour yet again, but also a distinct lack of intelligence. The imperial army was the main kingmaker of the Byzantine Empire, and to eliminate one of its best generals in such brutal fashion was clearly not the wisest thing to do, especially for a usurping emperor. In 607, around the same time he had Constantina and her daughters killed, Phocas also executed Germanos and his daughter. Germanos had been the general he used to besiege Edessa when Narses had revolted against Phocas. The fact that Phocas was now executing with seeming impunity key generals in the army shows that his reign was now descending into tyranny, and the chroniclers indeed refer to him as the tyrant. In 608, another rebellion against Phocas was in the works, and the emperor responded in much the same vein, by wiping out entire families. Around that time there was a plague, and further Persian invasions. However, according to Theophanes, the chronicler, Phocas remained the biggest problem of all the Romans' current woes, murdering and arresting without justification or cause. In 609, Theophanes tells of more chaos in Phocas's realm, as the citizens turned against the emperor. A man by the name of Cosmas did the emperor's dirty work by mutilating, hanging, beheading, and even sewing up in sacks and flinging into the sea people who dissented and revolted against the emperor. By that stage, as you can probably tell, Phocas was beyond all hope as a ruler, and the Senate urged a general by the name of Heraclius to take power from the tyrant. Heraclius arrived at Constantinople around October of 610. Delighted by this and empowered by it, the citizens seized Phocas and brought to an end his dismal, bloody, and generally awful reign.